So 18 past the hour now. We got a new ad buy by the VP Harris accusing former President Trump of trying to stop her efforts to fix the crisis at the southern border.
Kamala Harris supports increasing the number of Border Patrol agents. Donald Trump blocked a bill to increase the number of Border Patrol agents.
You got vertigo yet, do you? Huh? Flashback to 2019 when then Senator Harris signed a letter that pushed to, quote, reject President Trump's funding request for a costly and ineffective border wall, new Border Patrol agents, and a large increase in ICE personnel. And it does not stop there. Dana Marie.
That's true. So she also had this to say about former President Trump at her rally last night in Atlanta.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem.
But Republicans say the current administration is the cause of the problems. The vice president now appears to be backtracking on the issue. Her campaign reportedly says she now wants increased funding for border enforcement. It comes as her past immigration positions remain a big point in the election.
Got to critically re-examine ICE. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health.
You're confident this border is secure?
We have a secure border.
Mark Penn is a former Clinton advisor and CEO of Stagwell, and this isn't the first time a vice president who's running for election has been accused of flip-flopping. Bill Hemmer remembered this little gem.
Oh, it is a gem, too.
Yes.
I mean, it really defined the election 20 years ago.
Yeah.
This is where we were in 2004. Watch.
Voted for the Iraq War, opposed it, supported it, and now opposes it again. He bragged about voting for the $87 billion to support our troops before he voted against it. He voted for education reform and now opposes it.
Really did carry in 2004. Security was a big issue during that campaign also, but 20 years ago to think about that. Here's my belief today, Mark. This entire campaign is built on that theme from 20 years ago. And Trump's going to go at Harris every which way he can based on the flip-flop that she has now incurred, I would say.
Well, you know, we had an interesting two questions in the most recent Harris poll. One, do you favor open borders? 68% said no. Two, does Harris favor open borders? Almost 70% said yes. So the Harris campaign has one fear. She is painted as too liberal on the issues and out of sync. Right now, her vote doesn't care about any of the issues. It's really a vote of enthusiasm, of happiness that Joe Biden is out, and she's consolidating Democratic constituencies. But these issues are not salient, and she's moving quickly to take the sting out of those issues before the Trump campaign puts the sting in her.
Yeah, she's like go directly to go. You know, don't get her $200 and just like keep on going. So this is Donald Trump on her flip-flops. Watch here.
Look at her past. Look at what she does, and look at what she used to say about herself. And I won't get into it. What she used to say and who she was compared to what she said starting in about 2016. She became a totally different person, only for political reasons.
Will that work?
Well, he's got to get a lot tougher, more direct. You've got to bring it home. You know, you've got to show, I mean, that flip-flop ad on Kerry was incredibly effective. I haven't seen anything yet as effective as that, even though the vulnerability's obviously there.
That's a great point, because the well runs deep, right? And it's all on camera. I mean, repeatedly, time after time after time. Kamala Harris, however, she can deliver a stem winder. And I think people need to know, you know, when you're getting ready for Chicago in 2 weeks, she can read a prompter. And she's going to deliver a barn burner of a speech, and the delegates are going to love it. Here is an example just from Atlanta yesterday on that.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say,
So get ready for that. Kamala Harris, meanwhile, number 7, guys, Battleground Blitz starts in Philly, I think next Tuesday or Wednesday. And then she's going to hit Wisconsin, Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, also known as the usual suspects, Mark.
Well, absolutely. This is a real presidential race. She is not the Kamala Harris who was elected, who was completely tongue-tied years ago. She seems like she's ready to be very effective on the stump, relaxed, at ease, energizing crowds. You know, she's got a 47% favorable. Donald Trump has a 48% favorable. Is this going to be about the likability? It's a draw. Or is it going to be about the Biden administration with 42% approval? That's the Trump campaign.
You poll every week. Where's this race now? Knowing a lot of things that still have to happen.
We have the race back at June 26th. Trump up by 3. That she's consolidated the Democratic vote. But every point from here on is going to be a lot tougher. Remember, it was a divided Democratic Party that's now united, that's enthusiastic about their choice, but that only gets you to where she is, which is 2 or 3 points behind, which is where the race was.
And if you think about which side has won the news cycle every day since Biden withdrew, it's not the Republican side.
Oh, no.
But there's obviously time to turn that around, but so far, yeah, I see it.
On all media, it's Harris, 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 and who is she going to pick? And so that's a pretty free ride.
Well, we
and
pick you to be here as our guest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.